The world of advanced military aviation is often seen as a contest between giants. For decades, the United States has dominated this landscape, producing the most powerful and sophisticated fighters on the planet. F-15, F-16, F-22, F-35, symbols of industrial might and global influence. While Washington focused on its own creations and its primary rivals, a smaller player from Sweden carved out a quiet niche. The Saab Gripen, a light multi-role fighter, was methodically gaining traction. American planners, thinking in superpower terms, largely overlooked it. The miscalculation wasn't about raw power, but about market dynamics and shifting alliances. Now, on October 15, 2025, the strategic landscape looks different. The Gripen is no curiosity. It's the backbone of several air forces in key regions. Its success quietly challenges the global arms order, proving influence isn't won only with the most expensive hardware. The Saab Gripen is a single-engine, multi-role fighter developed by Saab. Its design reflects Sweden's doctrine: defend a long coastline and vast territory against a superior adversary on a limited budget. The result: light, agile, and incredibly versatile. Not the most powerful, fastest, or stealthiest, but a carefully balanced capability set. Built for dispersed operations, Gripen can take off and land on short, straight sections of public highway. That demands rugged gear, simple maintenance, and fast turnarounds. Small teams of conscript-level technicians can refuel and rearm in minutes, with a minimal logistical footprint. That's attractive to nations with limited infrastructure, or those expecting to fight in contested environments. Technologically, it's modern. AESA radar, advanced electronic warfare, modern weapons like Meteor, and robust data links. Sensor fusion gives pilots superior situational awareness. Saab's open architecture avionics enables software and hardware upgrades without costly structural changes, a future-proof approach. The most compelling advantage is cost, both to buy and to operate. Budgets are strained, so cost drives procurement. A new Gripen E runs around $85 million, significantly less than an F-35. Operational costs are where Gripen shines, well under $10,000 per flight hour per Janes. A single efficient F414 engine, fewer parts, less fuel, simpler maintenance. Systems are designed for ease of service with fewer specialized tools and personnel. Saab often packages predictable support and upgrade costs, reducing life cycle uncertainty. Smaller nations can afford to fly enough to stay sharp. Many expensive fleets can't. Technology transfer and local production. Brazil is the flagship example. It creates jobs, builds industry, and feeds national pride, turning a purchase into a partnership. Low acquisition price, predictable running costs, and offsets beat pricier rivals' value propositions. For many, the choice isn't Gripen or F-35, it's a Gripen fleet, a few unaffordable elites, or nothing. Gripen wins. The Gripen's success is real. A growing global footprint. Beyond Sweden, Czech Republic, Hungary, South Africa, Thailand, and Brazil selecting the EF. Brazil's deal was a strategic blow to competitors, creating an industrial hub far from Europe. In Eastern Europe, leased Gripens set reliability and cost benchmarks inside NATO. Ukraine's interest puts a capable, non-American Western fighter on the front lines. Multiple operators foster interoperability, shared training, spares, and tactics. A parallel technological standard reduces reliance on U.S. support and training. These become regional showcases, amplifying Gripen's appeal to neighbors. In contested regions, each new sale cements Gripen as the affordable, independent choice. The operator map is now a web of strategic partnerships, growing stronger every year. For years, the U.S. viewed Gripen with indifference and a hint of condescension. A culture focused on high-end threats and top-tier tech led to complex, expensive platforms, F-22 and F-35. In that frame, a small, relatively inexpensive Swedish fighter didn't register. U.S. industry incentives favored large, lucrative programs, not a cheaper export fighter. A light competitor risked cannibalizing F-16 and F-35 sales. U.S. hardware comes with strings, end-user clauses, political alignment, integration into the U.S. security umbrella. Many nations preferred strategic autonomy. Gripen's offer appealed. With focus on counterinsurgency and a rising China, Swedish sales to smaller states felt like background noise. It was a slow-moving disruption, ignored until it altered the environment. By the time Washington noticed, Gripen was firmly entrenched. The oversight wasn't malice. It was culture, incentives, and misplaced urgency. Brazil's 2013 selection of Gripen over the FA-18 was a shock after heavy U.S. courting. It signaled that cost and industrial benefits could outweigh U.S. partnership. Gripen's traction in NATO's east intensified concern. Ukraine potentially choosing Gripen brought the issue into sharp focus. The worry isn't Gripen beating an F-35. It's lost influence and fragmented interoperability. A growing Gripen network creates a parallel system, complicating joint operations. The response: push F-16 Block 7072 harder, explore flexible financing, even consider a cheaper export fighter. Admitting the old strategy, ignoring the lower tier, was a mistake. The U.S. is playing catch-up in a market it once dismissed. Gripen's proliferation reshapes the balance of power. It democratizes modern air power, capabilities once reserved for the wealthy. A Gripen squadron armed with Meteor can create formidable anti-access area denial bubbles. That raises the cost of intervention and alters regional calculus. Neighboring Gripen users can share threat data in real time. A common picture enables joint training, aligned tactics, and procedures. In crisis, they could cross-service each other's jets, boosting resilience. A regional security bloc emerges, independent of direct U.S. involvement. Gripen has limits, less payload and range than F-15 or Su-35, no deep penetration stealth like F-35. Against fully integrated air defenses, it's disadvantaged, but most conflicts aren't top-tier IADS fights. For real-world missions, Gripen is more than capable. Faced with Gripen's success, the U.S. has options, each with trade-offs. Compete head-on. Aggressively market advanced F-16s with flexible financing and offsets. Even consider a clean-sheet, lower-cost export jet. Or pivot, deliver training, doctrine, logistics, and joint exercises as the value core. Strategically accommodate. Invest in comms gateways that network Gripens with U.S. F-35s and F-16s. Leverage adjacent strengths, UAVs, space, cyber, and ground systems to remain the indispensable enabler. Provide the connective tissue of modern warfare and stay the alliance network's central node. Influence can be sustained, even when the jet isn't American, by being the best partner. The Saab Gripen is a lesson in strategy and market dynamics the U.S. ignored too long. The best tech doesn't always win, the best fit for needs and budgets does. Gripen won not by out-teching the F-35, but by being smarter, more accessible, and sustainable. Nations gained credible air power they can afford to fly, maintain, and upgrade, plus strategic independence and industry growth. For the U.S., inattention cost influence and fragmented a once dominant ecosystem. The Gripen bloc isn't hostile, but it's pointedly not dependent on Washington. The choice: focus only on the high end and cede the middle, or adapt. Offer flexible, affordable, partner-focused solutions, build resilient, lasting ties. The takeaway: influence now belongs to the most valuable partner, not the flashiest weapon. Gripen's success proves it.